Hello everyone, and welcome to this little track guide for the Formula Vee around Oran Park, the Grand Prix layout. This will help you get an understanding of the lines and where I brake, and hopefully it will help you out in your practice and your races. Let's get into it. Coming down the main straight, you want to hug the wall on the right as close as you dare and follow it all the way down after this green wall here, and then you want to steer into the curb coming up right here. When you come down to turn 2, you want to use the white piece of tarmac here on your right as your braking marker. You want to brake really hard, go down a gear so you go down to third, and you can actually drive out on this. My turning point is at the end of the white tarmac. I apex quite early, and as soon as I apex I go full throttle because the track opens up and you can use this curb to help you stay within the track. My braking marker is when I lose sight of the first 2 of the 4 cones on the right side of my screen. My turning point is where the white tarmac and the grass meets where the cones is. I try to apex somewhat middle of the corner here. I actually apex a bit later, and when you hit the apex or just before, you want to go full throttle and use all the track. This is one of the tricky parts of the track. I use the tires on the left as my braking marker, and since it's going just a bit uphill for a little bit, you can actually steer in as well. So I do that after I hit the brake for about 30%, and I aim for the white line you can just see by the green brown grass thing on the top of the hill. When going over the crest, I don't give any inputs. As soon as I get close to the apex, I go full throttle, and you can actually track quite far out. Coming to the top of the bridge, there isn't really a turning point I can give you. This is full throttle. I aim for the scaffolding on the far right, and this will take a lot of practice to get. You know you've gotten it right when you can hold the throttle wide open all the way out to here. Here you want to steer the car by the throttle inputs. So I go off the throttle just about 20 meters before the red and yellow curbing on the left, and I aim for the white stuff you can see at the bottom of the hill where the grass meets. And if you do this right, you don't need to touch the brake. When you get this right, you will see that you don't get a 1x here. You don't want to go any further to the right, and it will just let you slide all the way out to the curb over here. For the next corner, I get off the throttle as soon as I hit the curb. I turn in when the colors stop, and then I aim for the white stuff on this curb here, and then go full throttle and use all the track. You can go quite far out on this curve here on the right. This next part is full throttle. You want to hit this little curve here on the right and then take all of the curve here on the left. This is a tricky corner because there isn't really a good braking marker or turning point for this. I use this extra little darker patch going out to the white line as my reference point for braking, and I turn in about 15-20 meters after that, and then I bleed it out. It will take a lot of practice to get. You could get all the way onto the curb here. I miss it actually. I try to hit this black part here when I go full throttle, and then you can track all the way out to the wall. Don't hit it though, it will take a couple of Ks out of you. And that's a lap of 118.165 around Oran Park, the Grand Prix layout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like down below. Consider subscribing as well. And now for the uninterrupted hot lap.